Whatever you could do to pull in a little bit of extra money in this goddamn house.
I didn't realize.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Problematic Podcast. This is episode 5. Episode 5 of the Problematic Podcast. With a surprise guest, my old lady, the rat. There she is. That's my girlfriend. Well, hello again. Welcome back to the Problematic Podcast. Don't matter if you're white or you're black. Here at the Problematic Podcast, all that matters is you're horny to laugh. Here at all that matters is you're horny for fun. That's my lady. 5 years now, loving my life. My sweet bitch. That's what that's the new term.
That's actually the only term I answer to.
My sweet bitch. Her name is Melanie.
Oh,
she's my girlfriend. Get over it. My girlfriend. Hey, this is my girlfriend. Get over it, bud. Don't hassle me. This is my girlfriend. So we got a special episode for you. This is my girlfriend. Wow. We're doing an episode. I was going to do it by myself, and I had a whole cool idea for a bunch of technical shit, and it all fell through. I knew that was going to happen. I was devastated once again by technical failure. So
I get to play second fiddle to literally no one, which is really dope.
Yep. The wind beneath my wings. The love of my life, Melanie. She's my girlfriend. She's on the Problematic Podcast.
Does that make
maybe problematic to our relationship.
Does that make me a problematic enabler?
What?
Am I a problematic enabler?
A problematic
enabler?
Enabler. Yes, you are an enabler. Yes. So, doing a little different this time. We're gonna simulate her parents' divorce on the podcast.
We're doing great so far.
Yeah. So we're switching it up. This is the first female guest of the Problematic Podcast in the new era, and it's the first guest that's received my dick.
Are you sure?
Yep. I know for a fact I've never fucked any of my other guests. So.
I always thought there was something between you and Danny.
Danny Braff?
Yeah.
Well, there is something between us, but it's mostly we just date. We just go out on dates and we hold hands and we do the
so Danny's
pinkies,
actually
but we're not
your
sexual.
Girlfriend. I'm the slam pig and Danny's your girlfriend. That's what you're saying. Great. Well,
you're just figuring out now that you're the slam pig.
Yeah. What a weird way to find out.
This is the perfect way to find out. So, it's awkward now.
Why is it awkward? It doesn't have to be.
'Cause I'm I need to warm up.
Do you want to start over?
No, we're not going to start over. I'm not going to stop recording anything. I'll just edit. That's what post-production's for.
Oh, I forget that's a thing that you can do, and this isn't being live.
It's
streamed.
it's the saving grace of this show is post-production. This show would be nothing without post-production. Yep. Because it ain't standing on content alone. Sure ain't. Especially when I'm by myself. It's all about the edits. Everybody loves the fancy edits and the hit songs.
The hit songs are my favorite part. I've been doing nothing but listening to London Broil in the car, on my baths.
On the way to church.
Well, I haven't been there in a while, but yeah, I will. When I start going back to church, I'm gonna make sure I bump it in the church parking lot before and after church.
When you're fixing drywall, when you're reading the Quran, when you're
painting my dog's toenails.
Painting your dog's toenails. When you're
baking cakes.
Conjuring gay ghosts.
When I'm also spreading salt and creating salt rings to keep out the evil spirits.
Yep, this is my girlfriend. She's a salt spreader.
I spread my salt everywhere I can.
What do you think about that? She spreads salt. Do you have any salt that needs spreading? Because she'll come through and she'll spread it.
So, funnily enough, I actually...
Funnily enough? Humorously enough?
Humorously enough.
Funny enough? Could have just said funny enough.
Moderately chuckleable enough. I performed a salt ring ritual at a friend of mine's house on her balcony, and her boyfriend came home.
What was the desired end of that?
The salt ring?
Yeah.
So, from a magic standpoint, the salt ring is for protection. You heard our dog?
Yep.
So
and this is our son.
In this instance, a salt ring would be protecting Atlas from you hurting him.
Mm-hmm.
But ordinarily, salt rings help ward off evil entities while you're performing spells and rituals.
What kind of evil entities? What are we talking here? We talking?
Well, you remember Edmund?
Apparitions.
Apparitions. Yeah.
Apparition.
Apparitions. Yeah. And
this is a haunted podcast, by the way. You know that? Did you see in episode 1, my dead mom?
No, I thought we moved so we can get away from the ghosts in our house. And
you want to get away
here?
from my dead mom's ghost?
That's a trick question. Don't bait me like that.
Yep. No, this is a haunted podcast. But why would you make a salt ring? Get back to your point. Why would you?
So you make a salt ring when
it's a waste of salt.
It's only a waste of salt if it doesn't work. Or you don't have enough salt to salt your meats. But if you have enough salt for both, then really...
Hey, where I come from, the boot, we only toss salt over our shoulder if we happen to spill it. And we do it so we hope it's a wish.
From the boot you come.
It's a wish.
You come from the kidney bean of the Northeast.
It's a wish upon an Italian star, and we're hoping, may us never spill the salt again. And that's why when you spill the salt, you toss it over your right shoulder, so you never spill salt again. Because it's scary.
It is scary. And that's why a salt ring is an intentional throw over the shoulder, but when you throw it over your shoulder into a salt ring.
Yep. I remember one time I was at a business lunch, one of my business lunches, and I spilled the salt, and I said, if you could excuse me for a second, it seems I've just pissed myself in terror.
Happens to the best of us.
That happened at a business lunch I went to, one of my business lunches.
Can I admit something?
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of
Please do. On the record.
So, you know how I love trampoline parks?
Mm-hmm. And I know that about you.
We go sometimes.
Love trampoline parks.
So, I have really bad stress incontinence, so every time we go, I piss myself a little bit every time we jump.
Fantastic. That makes me want to go back to one of those parks so much more now.
Well, no, because then you could put a diaper on me, and then you get to get what you want, and I get to get what I want.
I would love that. You in a diaper doing backflips and just wrecking yourself, fucking up one time, and just in a diaper. Smashing.
And then I shit the diaper because I'm so afraid for what I've done to myself physically.
Oh man, I would do
Piss
anything.
And shit it everywhere.
I would do anything to see you shit in a diaper doing a backflip at a trampoline park.
Everything has a price.
That's the nexus of our relationship. That's the bottleneck. That's where it's all leading to.
That's when I'll get a ring. Is when I shit and piss, doing a backflip in a diaper at a trampoline park, surrounded by children.
You went
and their
for
parents.
a jump, you end up taking a dump. You go to the park, and now your pants are dark. Well, if you like it, you should have filled up the diaper.
That's the wrong part.
If you like them, then you should have shit in diapers. If you like them, then you should have shit in diapers. Oh, 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 do a backflip. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I like that. I would love to. I think that would be that's our next date night. We're going to get some adult diapers, and we're going to throw all of them away except one. And we're going to save that one for you. And we're going to put it on you. And you're going to wear, what do you want to wear? You want to wear overalls? And you wear the diaper outside the overalls?
I don't own any overalls.
Why not? You used to.
I don't anymore.
What happened? Were you raped in those overalls?
We
Babe.
weren't going to bring up my overall rape on the podcast.
I shouldn't make jokes about rape like that. It's not going to age well.
No, not at all.
I know that, and I'm sorry.
And you know my history with that.
With rape jokes or rape?
Both.
Or overalls? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. What are we talking about? Overalls, rape, or jokes?
They are all the same to me.
Nothing, yeah.
What?
Yeah, no,
Every time you get really quiet and just stare.
No,
off
I guess
into
you're right. I
space
guess
and laugh at yourself,
I guess
get
rape does
afraid.
have overalls vibes and vice versa.
Well, because like the way I think about it is like, imagine being in a porta potty.
I always do. Actually, I never do because I was pushed over in one time when I was a kid, and it traumatized the fuck out of me.
To be fair, in the 5 years of us being together, I don't think I've ever seen you enter a porta potty.
Yeah, I don't go into porta potties. I hate them. I can still hear the kicks. That initial kick from Jared Weaver. I'm gonna say his full name right now. I don't give a shit. Fuck him.
Fuck you,
Everyone who
Jared
did
Weaver.
that day. That's right. I'm addressing it now. And anybody, oh man, if anybody from high school is watching this, they're gonna love that I'm bringing this up. But yes, fuck all of you. Michael Lawrence, Nick Scarpolino, Joe Slattery, and Jared Weaver. They kicked me over in a goddamn porta potty when I was like 15, and yep. And it was on a hill at the park, and I had my skateboard, and it was like a fresh setup. So like it was so fucking mean. It was so fucking mean to me, and that's why I'm so fucked up and pissed off now. Probably it's just another.
From there.
It was another card in the deck, attributing to my madness. But yeah, it was on a hill, and they pushed it over onto the door side. So it tipped over down a hill. They tipped it over down a hill onto the door side, so I was completely trapped. And blue water and piss and shit of just everybody in the town of Cliffwood Beach. I get everybody's mess, everybody's punch. That's the party punch of Cliffwood Beach. Yeah, that's the Cliffwood Beach party punch is when I fucking got tipped over in a porta potty and got a little bit of piss and shit from everybody in the town in my mouth and all over my clothes and all over my hair and all over my brand new like skateboard I had just set up. And so yeah, landed on the door and I'm screaming like I couldn't believe it. And like I'll never forget it though. And it was like a hot day. It was in the summer. And I go and I'm standing there taking a piss, and we were passing by. I'm like, yo, let me just take a piss real quick. So like I ran in, I'm pissing, and I could still hear that initial, like the kick, and like I see it direct, like on the wall across from me because the light was shining in, so I could see them slightly on the outside, and I see the kick, and I could tell like it was Jared, and I'm like, no, I was like, no fucking way, you gotta be fucking kidding me, do not fucking push this shit over on me. And like I'm losing it, I'm screaming, and they just kicked it over. They all teamed together and worked together, like a bunch of horrible Care Bears, and joined hands and fucking kicked over a porta potty on the poor Dan. Like I said, blue water, piss and shit all over me. And then I had to like bench press the entire porta potty off of myself. Like I had to somehow break through the door a little bit. I don't know how the fuck I got out.
How did you get home?
Sheer rage. Everything was rage. I mean, from that moment on, how I somehow got a fucking porta potty off my 15-year-old body, rage. Got out, like just crying, like just like completely overwhelmed with emotion, like just so betrayed and so hurt and like in shock and just completely seeing red with rage. And like I'm chasing them, and I couldn't catch any of them. But then like I grabbed like a fucking like rod, like some kind of just like random like junk out of the like some person's garbage, and I was just swinging after him with it, but I never connected. I never got my fucking man. So I walked all the way home. And
do you think if you did like catch one of them, you would have really like laid into them with some rebar or something?
Yeah, I was ready to fucking kill them. I would have just like
that's so hot.
Hit them in the head with yeah, but that's not what happened. And I was actually just the fucking bitch, just the punk, the pussy that got tipped over in a goddamn porta potty by his friends that he trusted. But they're all pieces of shit.
Clearly.
Huh?
Don't trust any more of your friends, like ever again.
No, not any that I grew up with. None of them.
Don't trust anyone.
But where's my water?
I
got very emotional.
I don't know.
This is insane.
Is it?
Keep it going. Don't break the momentum. I'll get back to
Don't break the momentum. Okay, so I guess if we want to keep it rolling, there's your water bottles right there. If you want to keep it rolling with the porta potty and the shit talk, why don't I'll give you my worst porta potty experience.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, because with my story, I'm not ready to. Oh, we'll go back to that.
All right, we'll circle back.
Let's sing a song about it.
Okay.
The porta potty.
One time I had the shit, and so I went inside of it. That's all I got.
All right, I'm gonna have to carry the whole rest of the
You
fucking
are. I'm
song.
not a musical
Give me some
person.
backup vocals though, if
Okay.
I start to really ride it.
I got it.
Oh, my tummy's boiling. I gotta take a shit.
Shit.
I just got home, but I'm afraid to shit when I'm all alone. I need my friends with me so I could take this shit. I need my Lord with me so I could take this shit. I need my mama with me so I could take this shit. I need my daddy with me so I could take this shit. Alright, I need my dog with me. I need my paw with me. I need my baby with me. I need my lady with me. I need somebody with me to take this shit. Atlas, come on, your verse. I need to take a shit, I'm a fucking dog. I need to take a shit, I got a log stuck inside of my ass. A first class dump. I'm gonna take a shit and afterwards I'm gonna hump because you know that shit, it makes me horny. You know that shit, it makes me horny. You know that shit, it makes me horny. You can call it corny, but there's something about that mud coming out of my ass that I wanna get inside yours. Diarrhea, I got the squirts, Lord.
That was traumatic. That was traumatic for me.
It's traumatic for everyone. Everyone involved with that. Anyone
No,
that
I'm
had to-
fine with shitting myself. I'm not big on
It's hard to-
singing publicly.
It's hard to look right at the sun. Oh, I thought you were saying it was traumatic to watch me perform.
No. I love that.
That was a joy, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was wonderful.
It was great. You really were in, really in your pocket there.
Yeah, I was on my suit and tie. What'd you think, Atlas? Look at him.
He's just happy to be here.
He is. People are gonna be grossed out with this podcast.
Why?
We're adorable. We're gross. We're so adorable, it's gross.
But we worked really hard at being this adorable, I feel like.
Yeah.
Not really.
Could you
Like,
believe
he's
fucking
just-
60 hours of labor with that one? Just the bloodiest, most horrific, awful, problematic birth I've ever seen.
And then I had to eat the placenta afterwards, which was...
She had to eat it, so he didn't get to it first.
Yeah. Well, I also had to lick the amniotic fluid off of him as well.
Of course you did. You had to do that before I got to it.
Right.
That's what you gotta get to.
If you know Dan, you know that he will slurp up any amniotic fluid that is
I like
within
organ
a
meats and
vicinity of
pussy
him.
juice. So
Well, that's why you shave your face with my razors, or so your joke tells.
organ meats and pussy juice. 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 Yeah, join me, babe. Organ meats and pussy juice. Organ meats and pussy juice. Organ meats and pussy juice. Organ meats and pussy juice.
You on your own, boo.
Organ meats and pussy juice.
Atlas
What do you think of that?
Atlas is here for it.
You think I'll get on SNL? You think I still have a chance? Organ meats. Organ meats. Organ meats and pussy juice.
Nailed it.
That's my SNL audition. I just go.
Create
Hello?
the clip. I'll send
Daniel
it to.
Casso, originally from Jersey, coming out of West Palm Beach, Florida. And this is my SNL audition pack.
I'll send it to Lauren Daniels. Or what's his name?
So
That's his name, right?
the scene: man just got a divorce in a diner. Waitress hands him the menu. She says, "I've never seen you in here before." The man chuckles, places his fingers to his right temple. He looks at her and says, "Oh, give me some pussy, Joe."
And then she instantly squirts.
She said, "I remember
over
my
the floor.
first divorce."
Yeah.
And
And
then,
that's
yeah,
how
she
my
squirts.
and that's how my parents' divorce went down, actually. So
Yeah, your dad was like, I cheated on you, and then
with my daughter,
she was
with
like,
your
"You
daughter's
cheated
second
on
grade
me,"
teacher.
and he was like, "All right, let me put it this way. Olga meet some pussy, Joe." And she was
Right.
like, "Oh, okay. In that case, Olga meet some pussy juice too." I don't know. I don't know what the fuck this bit is. It's just fun as hell to do. And
Give
now
a
I
man
have
a-
the video monitor so I can watch myself do it.
Give a man a fan and he'll act a fool.
Ooh, give me a fan, I act a fool. Get that boy a fan, he act a fool. Acting a ass.
We're really going across the world with these accents.
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
see how many I could do. That's the thing. It's not racist if I could do all of them, right?
No, how about your South African one? That's
My
usually
South
a
African
gem.
one's bad. It's hard.
Well, that's why I like
I gotta
it.
do it all day. I went to the grocery store to get milk,
Uh-huh.
eggs, and cheese.
Uh-huh.
It's not that good. It's bad.
No.
I can't
it's
do
not
South
good, but
African,
That's why
sorry.
I like it.
Huh?
It's not that good, but that's why I like it. Because it's like it's a mixed bag, whether it's a South African, like someone from Tonga.
I'm getting better at doing like different British accents though.
Are you?
I think so.
Give me a good Scouser.
I can't locate him though. Oh, a Scouser? I could do a
Yeah, you
Scouser.
do a Scouser.
Oh, hello. It's Daniel Casso. Welcome to the Problematic Podcast. It's good to have you here. This is my guest, Melanie. Mel Mayhem. Mel X Mayhem, everybody. Welcome.
Find me on MySpace if you can.
Imagine the edit I'm going to do with that. It's going to be cool.
Are you gonna actually find my MySpace?
I don't know if I'll be able to find that, but
Oh, no,
I have seen pictures of
It
you.
is still there.
She was a scene skank.
Yeah.
She was.
I would have fucked boys like you in high school.
Yep, and I would have got laid a lot sooner.
Yeah.
I didn't lose my virginity until I was 43 years old.
It's okay.
It was on my 5th divorce. I was getting back into the Sikh faith.
Very cool.
Yep. That was my renaissance. I don't know anything about the Sikh faith.
I have a question. So, isn't a requirement of being a Sikh being able to grow like a really gnarly beard? What happened there?
I don't know. They just forgot for me. They said no big deal. They just forgot. I know nothing about the Sikh faith. What were we talking about? Oh,
we were talking
organ
about
meats and pussy juice.
right.
What was that actually though? What were we actually
well,
talking?
we were originally talking about shitting in a diaper
Right.
and then porta potties. My worst porta potty experience was in England at a festival.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
It wasn't a porta potty, so essentially they had like this raised platform that was essentially a wooden box,
Mhm.
and there was a
It's-
plank of plywood
Right.
with a hole cut out, and you shit into that, as did the other like 15,000 people at the festival, and there was just like a piss shit tampon swamp down
That sounds
there,
like
if you
some
will.
disgusting shit the British
It was,
would do.
but the worst part about it was, so we bought some drogas there, if you will, and they were in my back pocket of my shorts, and so I pulled my shorts down to go to the bathroom, as you do normally, and I went to put my shorts back on. They fell out of my pocket into the shithole, for lack of a better term.
So you went in and got it? You go bobbing for it?
To be perfectly honest, I really did strongly consider
Bobbing
it.
for drogas?
And I don't know what that says
I
about
would have done
me.
it. You know I would have done it.
Yeah, but no, I ultimately decided against it because I realized I'm a hot young girl in a foreign country with an American accent. I could probably score elsewhere.
Oh, man. If I could trade going into that toilet after my drugs, if I could trade that for what the truth is of, like, the most disgusting thing I've ever done in the name of getting high, I would take that in a second. That's, like, glorious. That's a cool story.
Really? That's a cool story going in. And
Compared to what I could say, yes.
okay. Well, we don't have to turn this into a therapy
No, because that was
session if
last
you don't want to.
podcast. I wasn't expecting to talk so much about drugs with AJ, but we did.
You guys are very, I feel like, have gone down very similar paths through life
Mm-hmm.
and have a lot of shared experiences.
Yes, and are from similar places in the country.
Middletown, New Jersey.
I'm not from Middletown. My
You're
parents are, though.
Tomato.
My parents are from Middletown, New Jersey. But yes, it was a good episode. We talked much about drugs, but we don't have to talk about that on this episode. We talk about something else.
What do we want to talk about?
I got topics. I got notes. I prepared this time for this episode because I thought I was going to be doing it by myself.
Look at that boy with his list.
And I would have really needed these. So, we got the stupid ass people in Texas, huh? Right now? Brrr! You know, no, I'm just kidding. That's fucking awful what's happening to them. It's terrible. And people are being, like, shitty about it. Like, oh, maybe you should have built a better infrastructure instead of a wall or...
Well, so I think it's less that and more so, to get real for a second.
All right. Hold on. If you're going to get real, you got to...
I gotta put on my serious glasses.
You got to put on the Neil Brennan glasses.
All right. Let me channel my inner Neil Brennan.
Because Neil Brennan only speaks the truth.
So, I look good in these.
Mhm.
Hey.
Yes, you do.
Thank you. So, Texas privatized a lot of their energy companies. Like FPL here is, government, has government oversight. The privatized ones in Texas.
What's
do not.
oversight?
Government oversight. So there's regulations in place where the power companies have to technically keep everything at a reasonable cost, the energy costs. When you privatize it, just like with private prisons.
What's privatize?
Privatize? Like your private?
Privatize.
Privatize.
I have ties to your privates. Family ties.
I like that thing you do where you actually physically tie your privates into into a mound, is what you call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I tie my dick in a knot around my balls.
yeah.
I say call an ambulance.
And so that's why Texas is in such bad shape, because Daniel sins on a daily basis by desecrating his own genitals in front of me on a very regular basis.
Sorry, Texas. My bad. What about oh, this is something I thought about the other day. So the other day, well, I was thinking just about how, like, it's lame when people, right, like, it sucks when people do something nice for, like, a homeless person and then they post about it on social media, or actually even record it and post that on social media, or just recount it, like, by a tweet or something. It's
degrading as fuck.
It's
to
degrading.
the person they're helping.
Yeah, and to themselves, they don't realize. But and then I was thinking, well, then so then if that's not cool, then it is cool to do things, nice things for homeless people, and don't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Never anyone. I've done a couple things like that. Just kidding, I haven't, because if I was saying I did, then it ruins the integrity of it. I want it to be magic still. But I figure, so if it's cool to do things and not tell anyone, then it must be some real big dick shit to like help a homeless person and then brag about doing the opposite. So like if I like got off I-95 and there was a woman that was asking for money and I gave her $5, I would like go then to say that open mic I was going to get on stage and say I just raped a homeless woman on the side of the I-95 off ramp.
I like the callback to the rape. It's good.
But I didn't. I actually did something really nice for her, and then I thought like, I mean, that's a horrible thing to say, and that's not funny. Like, I don't think rape is funny, but it's just kind of funny to think someone's willing to go so far to make themselves look good that they would actually say they did a bad thing to a homeless person, because it's like an overcorrection.
Would that be like tricking karma? Are you like karma hacking there?
I don't know if I'm karma hacking, but it's just like an example of like when you overcorrect and you end up being worse sometimes than the problem you were trying to correct from. Like when woke people are actually being racist. It's like a more disgusting, deceptive form of racism than just straight up, you know, hillbilly racism. Some would say.
Some would.
So that's enough of that.
Well, the fan really adds to the southern charm of yours right now.
I'm a debutante.
Tell me, what do you next declare?
1,000% I'm a debutante, and everybody knows that. What do I declare?
What do you declare?
What don't I?
Oh.
What don't I declare? That's what I would say. Ooh. Lord, we gotta.
You're a little Georgia peach, aren't you?
I don't declare. Not only. What don't I? No. Yeah, like I do. No, on second thought, what don't I declare? And just be a real.
Well, my Miss Beauregard.
It took a long time to get that out. I was stumbling on that one a lot.
Well, it's okay. That's not a sentence people normally say.
What's the dumbest thing you ever got your ass kicked for?
Being at a party with
You want this?
Yeah. Being at a party with my ex-boyfriend's 27-year-old sister and laughing. That was...
so you're with your 12-year-old boyfriend's 27-year-old sister?
I was 17 and my boyfriend was 43.
I thought he was 12.
No, that was another
I thought this was the 12-year-old ex-boyfriend you had.
No, I've had lots of boyfriends.
He'd be like 17 or 18 by now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you lived with a 12-year-old, right?
Right.
You were in a serious long-term relationship with a 12-year-old from the time he was...
It was actually a polyamorous relationship with him and his mom.
Ooh, I didn't know that. You're so much more interesting to me now.
Well, if you've ever dated
I thought you were
Spanish
just a boring piece of shit person. And now that you were in a polyamorous relationship with a 12-year-old boy and his mom.
Right, yeah.
I love that about you. I feel like you know how much life that just breathed back into this relationship?
I know. After all these years, we're still finding out new things to love about each other.
I'm crazy about her again. She was in a polyamorous relationship with a 12-year-old boy and his mom. Holy shit, my girlfriend's cool. You might as well ride a Harley Davidson. So no, she didn't do that.
No, I want to be very clear with a serious disclaimer. I have never in any way, shape, or form been in
You haven't
any
been
sort
in a
of
relationship with a 12-year-old since you were like 17, right?
Since I was probably like 12.
You were never 12. You were never 12. You were never 12.
My hymen broke when I was 12.
Who do you think could be a sassier bitch, me or you?
Jokingly, you. In real life, me.
Let's see what you got. Do something sassy right now. Go ahead. Do something sassy.
See, if you were actually a sassy bitch, you'd know it's not something you can just put on. You need the opportunity to present itself.
I don't agree. Because
okay,
if you really think about it, if you're honest with yourself, I'm actually like a tremendous asshole. So if I just like throw a little bit of flair onto the things I say, I would be way sassier than you. I'd be a bitch. I'd be a horrible bitch.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but you'd also have to take into account that really nobody gives a fuck what you're saying, though. So
that's ridiculous. Only because they're so focused on my tits.
Uh-huh. Really happy with yourself, aren't you? Like, you think you're really pretty?
Yeah, I'm I'm really pretty.
So you agree? You think you're really pretty?
You know what I like about you? The way you're just willing to wear anything to school. You know, you're fearless, and I love that about you. You don't really care how you look. Like, you like some days you're just like, I could like, be ugly.
And you're like, what I admire about you is like you're one of those girls who like always puts themselves together to the point of like overdoing it so everybody knows you're really trying too hard. And I just love that about you because everyone can tell that you're trying too hard, and we all know, and we don't tell you, but you know deep down, and you just don't care, and you just over try anyway. That's really great.
Well, I might try too hard, but you have a shitty pussy. She has a shitty pussy.
That one hurt.
It's shitty. Yeah, it was shitty pussy and dumb tits. They're ugly. Your tits are ugly. And your eyes are dumb. And your nose is gross. And I hate it. And I hate you. And fuck you. And you're a bitch. Just kidding. Let's be best friends again.
Sure, sweetie. Get your clit fixed first, though, because your inner labia hangs out way longer than your outer labia, and I can't really be friends with anybody that's that disgusting. And
whatever you say, Arby's. That's what everybody calls her. They say she's Arby's because her pussy is trash. Hold on. Fuck. God damn it. I couldn't hear myself for a second. Like, what a bitch I'm being to you, and I really want to hear it. I have the nicest vocal fry if I really want.
It's like so
and I could
great.
just tell bitches that their pussies are trash.
You have to tell bitches that their pussies are trash, and that their Botox is bad, and their lips are too small, and their tits are uneven. Because if you don't, then nobody's gonna tell them, and then you have to stare at them, and it's so
Somebody's
fucking
gotta
gross.
tell them because their pussies are trash. I just like want to pretend I'm like a 17-year-old girl I went to high school with back in New Jersey, like fucked up on Xanax at the end of a party, like late, like when everyone's starting to go home, and just like some chick I knew, her pussy is trash.
I heard that she gave the entire soccer team herpes.
I heard she got into a polyamorous relationship with a 12-year-old boy and his mom.
And his dog.
And his dog. And she fucked the dog.
You remember the boy and the hounds?
No.
Nobody else does. But
I just study my nephew Owen, and I know how to be like a dumb bitch. Like, that's really it.
And I have
no one's better at being a dumb bitch than my nephew Owen.
I have a lifetime of experience being a dumb bitch. Although, we're going to talk later about the pussy trash thing.
It's not trash at all. I was just trying to say the most hurtful things. It's tight and
it's very new.
It's tight and pretty as fuck.
Thank you.
And a nice pussy.
It's only
great.
It's on,
top notch snatch.
It's about to have it's
Renaissance.
It's about to be 5 years old.
Oh wow, 5-year-old. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to explain to them why you're?
Why I
don't know. How would you phrase it? Yeah, your pussy's got a birthday.
No, it's
I've had the tone up this whole time. It's gonna sound weird.
Yeah. So I have a.
Sorry.
I had precancerous cells in all of my reproductive organs. When I was 22, I had surgery to have my my cervix removed. So now, basically, Daniel can. He hasn't pulled out in 5 years. Let's just put it that way. Because he doesn't have to.
As long as you're talking about it, I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it... This is also the kind of thing, too, where the older I've gotten, you realize you don't want to, like, tell your boys about your sex life ever, or, like, intimate stuff about your girl, because you never know what their intentions really are. And to just... Because it happens all the time. A guy spills all of his shit on one of his boys, and he knows everything about his girl, and then he's just waiting.
Girls talk about sex literally all the fucking time, so
that's not true.
You wouldn't know because you're never invited.
That's just because I'm a Muslim and you're fucking racist.
I take offense to that as someone of the Islamic faith.
Someone of Muslim descent.
Yeah, stop appropriating my fucking culture.
I don't know if you Muslim descent. Could you
No,
say, that doesn't make sense.
No, it's not correct at all. I'm definitely phrasing it incorrectly.
That's
but
wrong.
Is this a factually accurate podcast?
Yes, always. I research heavily everything I talk about. I don't say anything that's just out of my ass. What else we got? Well, you can't really relate with this, but this is from Mike Zema. He suggested trying to pee louder than the person next to you. That's a guy thing. Or do girls do that too?
Well, I think we do that in reverse. We try to pee as quietly.
The quietest.
Like as quiet as possible.
Because if your stream is loud, that means you have a big old stupid pussy.
Yeah.
And it's just dumping piss into toilets.
Right. Well, because the common misconception here is that there's two holes. There's actually just one big hole
It's
where
a
everything
cloaca.
comes out of. Yeah.
Yeah, you shit and you piss and you come out of the same hole.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It makes it smell extra soupy.
Like a turtle tank.
Like a turtle tank. It's soupy in there. I have a cloaca and it's gross.
Hot takes.
Yeah, but that's... Guys try to piss loud. I think I got a good stream.
Why is that? Is that like...
Dominance.
I have more piss in my balls for longer than you, so
It means a lot of things. It means you're more hydrated. If your piss is louder, that means you have stronger, pelvis muscles, so you fuck better. If your stream sounds big, it's coming out of a big hose, big stream, big hose, that's what they say. And, yeah. And it's becoming more and more important to me the older I get. Because
one day it's going to dwindle to a trickle.
Who knows? I might retire from pissing altogether. We don't know what the future holds and what technology...
Would you want that? I think even if the opportunity presented itself, I would keep peeing.
I wouldn't want to stop
cathartic.
shitting, because shitting makes me horny. So how else would I fuck if I wasn't able to shit? Who hasn't found themselves saying that before? Everyone reaches that point in the road in their lives where they're like, I better keep shitting or I'm not going to be able to fuck.
How many times a week would you say that you're just, on the toilet, pondering life, scrolling through Instagram, and you feel the shit start to turtle head out of your asshole? How many times a week would you say that you just kind of sit there and stroke your meat to completion during and after the bowel movement?
How many times have I jerked off while I was taking a shit?
Well, I know you do it regularly, so
I don't do it that often.
No, you do. You do. We only have one.
I don't do it.
We only have one bathroom.
No. No, most of the time I beat off after you've fallen asleep. I do it very silently and
next to me.
softly. Yeah.
I do the exact same thing, so it's fine.
I could hear it.
No, you can't.
Yeah. Sounds like someone's mixing
Macaroni.
a little shot glass of brown paint.
Why is it brown paint?
I don't know. Why is your pussy juice brown?
Well, it's because I mix a little shit in it. Got him.
That's my girl.
That's so fucking satisfying because I don't get as many of those anymore because I'm not as
You get them
funny.
more all the time though because
Really, I feel like I get
made
them
you
less.
funny. You learned how to be funny from me.
No.
You did.
No, because
I made you funnier.
I think our humor banter back and forth as it's gotten better has forced me to get better as well. But I think if I wasn't funny at all, we wouldn't have really gotten past the hookup stage.
You had a baseline sense of humor for sure, but
although
you
the first few months of our relationship, I did come
started
over
going
after
to
10
the church.
10 p.m. a lot.
You started going to the church of funny.
Mm.
You started dating me, spending all your time around me.
Mm.
Very lucky. You got to see me.
I think I credit my dad more with my humor than you.
I'm sure you would because you want to hurt me. You want to say things that hurt my feelings.
I just really love my dad. And he's really fucking funny.
And he's really fucking hot.
Okay.
Endless construction on I-95. This one's from Daniel Ferrer.
Well, I mean...
When's that fucking... When are they going to stop all that work on I-95?
Well, so what they actually do down here is they have to kill homeless people and grind up their bones to make the concrete. And it takes a while. Sourcing concrete that way requires a lot of homeless bones. So it's probably going to be a work in progress for a little while. Maybe we could outsource some of the hobo harvesting from like California, like Los Angeles.
Be my guest. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Well,
Fuck
me
that.
not me specifically. I'm just saying,
not
like the
doing that.
government who paves the roads.
Thank you.
What am I talking about right now?
I don't know. Keep it going though. I like it. Thank you, Daniel Ferrer. When's that goddamn work on 95 gonna stop? No one knows.
Well, so
no one knows. Not even the people doing the work. No one knows when that work's gonna stop.
Any chance that They're
perfectionists.
To run for public office, I think is going to be dashed after this airs publicly.
Yeah. Of course, babe. Just simply dating me. I've already ruined that for you. There's a lot of documentation of me saying very non-political things. Or very political things in a politically... I don't like politically incorrect. I think that's subjective. It's not objective. How can it be incorrect? You could get your fucking ass beat. Sure. You could hurt people's feelings. Absolutely. But incorrect? Nope. No right or wrong in that situation.
What we got next?
Discharge.
We kind of
just discharge. That's all I got. That's from my friend Bonilla, Chris Bonilla, up in Jersey. Bone yogurt, as I used to like to call it.
What kind of discharge are we talking about? Are we talking about vaginal discharge? Are we talking about the Pokemon electric
Yeah, what do you say, Chris?
Discharge?
Which
is a very overrated Pokemon electric move, by the way. It's not very good.
Everybody's always talking about discharge. I'm trying to talk about that charge. You know what I'm saying? Worry about what's going on over here. You don't worry about any discharge.
Well, because if you're so worried about discharge that you don't worry about dat charge, then you're going to catch dat charge.
You're going to catch discharge. Or maybe some discharge. You better worry about discharge, not dat charge. Or you're going to get charge. Thanks for that one, Bonilla. I don't know. Discharge. Have you ever discharged anything unfavorable?
Well, I told you that I piss myself a little bit at trampoline parks. That's a discharge.
That's how we started this all off.
Yeah.
How far we've come since then.
Indeed.
I'm trying to play some like sad music. I want to like...
Why? Why do you want us to be sad?
Because I think it'd be funny. But it would get pulled. I can't. Copyright infringement, right. I guess. That's why I gotta play my own music.
Your own or just the open source stuff?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
There's a lot of dead air right now. It's kind of lame.
I know, I ruined it. I'm sorry. I just wanted to do cool stuff. And like I have it set up to do cool stuff now. And I can do cool stuff. But it's cool that I got cool stuff going because... We're gonna step it up. I wasn't prepared. I was trying to do something else. I was trying to have the phone going, my old phone going into the mixer and just do weird sound drops and stuff. And like, you know, just have fun with that. Do a little musical comedy by myself, mixing it up. Like just really letting my artist flag fly. You know, really just getting into it, getting after it, trying to get in the zone creatively. But that all went to shit. So we're doing this, having a great time. I think people are gonna enjoy some of this. I think it's pretty funny. It's insightful. They get to see us together. We're hot. Some people just like looking at hot people. You know?
Well, that brings me to my next idea for the podcast.
What's that?
We could just start fucking right now.
We could.
And upload it to
see how long it stays on YouTube.
Well, and then Pornhub, and then we profit.
We should.
I've been saying this for years.
But I just don't know if it's a good idea with trying to get into... show business and stuff.
Well, no, and now the problem is that we've said it publicly, so now the hawks will be on the lookout.
The hawks will be on the lookout.
The sleuths. The web sleuths.
Also, I have too many tattoos.
Well, Well,
I would love to do like faceless porn, but I'm not faceless anymore. I got little faces all over me.
When you could wear a long sleeve shirt.
That'd be cool.
You could wear this long sleeve shirt.
There you go. Well, there you have it. No need to keep doing this podcast. I'm gonna start fucking her on camera wearing that shirt.
And he's gonna burp in my face. That's gonna be our niche.
Yeah. We're gonna do burp porn.
Burp porn and cake farts.
I'm gonna start wearing my girlfriend's clothing and doing burp porn. Yep.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was where it was all headed. My fate was sealed the moment I met you, sweetheart. I knew I was gonna end up wearing your clothes and making burp pornography.
Well, when you know your soulmates, you end up just becoming one person. Right?
Is that a thing, burp porn?
If it's not, and we're really
we should start doing
we're
it.
on to
Because I know how to
something.
burp now. You don't though. You're not a good burper.
No, but if you give me like a big gulp size Baja Blast, I can make it happen.
That'd be great. So you would need a big old Baja Blast, Mountain Dew, to be able to do burp porn and fuck. So you would be drinking a ton of Baja Blast, and that would make the sex better, right?
Well, I actually need Baja Blast to be able to have sex.
Why?
It's
What happened to you?
It's the only.
What kind of trauma did you endure this time to be in that kind of circumstance? What the fuck is the matter with you?
It all started when I was.
It
all started when I was 13 when I moved down here.
Fuck is that bullshit dropping on me on
I was at a Taco
my goddamn
Bell.
my radio show? This is a
I was
podcast.
in a Taco Bell and I met a man. He was behind me in line. I was buying 2 chalupas, a crunchy taco, a Dorito Loco
This is where we
taco.
would need the sad music. Hold on. Hold that thought. I could find some sad music. Talk about something else. Go get Atlas.
Atlas!
Come here, Atlas.
The one time
I'll
we
cut around
fucking
this
want
if I
him.
have to. I don't care. But I want sad music.
Who do you think would win in a fist fight? My dad or your dad?
Your dad's in better shape than my dad.
But here's the thing. I feel like they have two different kinds of rage. So, like, my dad is very outwardly angry, and your dad is, like, repressed anger. And I feel like that, in a way, is scarier. Because my dad usually lets out his anger pretty regularly. Like, he's a big yeller.
Hold on.
But your dad, I feel like if you lit the fuse, he'd go off. And I mean, this is by no means me saying that I want your dad to beat up my dad. I mean, I would hope my dad would win. I'm just saying.
No, I think you
Search
secretly.
for the spectacular is in our very nature. As we discover the world, awaken our sense.
So, we'll get back to that. We'll close with that. But who would win in a fight, my dad or your dad?
Mm-hmm.
I think my dad's like built like when he was in better shape, he could fuck someone up. Like he's pretty goddamn solid. He has big ass shoulders and a huge back, and big hands, big legs.
My dad has little hands. Like my hands are almost the same size as his.
Your dad's more for show than go. He was a pussy getter.
He's very barrel chested,
Mm.
and he works out like every day.
That don't help you in a fight.
No.
Yeah. I actually like had a couple people ask me like throughout my life if my dad was like a boxer or something. I always thought it caught me off guard because I never thought that about my dad.
I could see that.
But yeah, but he's got kind of like maybe just like a quiet
rage.
Quiet rage to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yeah.
Sure does. He has a very loud, quiet rage.
And that's why I'm so
deafening.
attracted to him.
Yeah. So this that time something not so nice happened to you in Taco Bell. Let's.
Okay. So as we said before, the only way I'm able to get wet for sex is if I've ingested a full large Baja Blast from Taco Bell. Has to be extra crispy.
Mm-hmm.
When I was about 13, when I first moved down to Florida, Broward County, Florida specifically, I was in Taco Bell ordering 2 chalupas, a crunchy taco, and a Dorito Loco taco. There was a man behind me. He was very impatient with me because I didn't know what I had wanted. And then when it came time to pay, I didn't have enough money. and I was so thirsty. I bought all these tacos, and I just wasn't able to pay for a drink. And so the man behind me, he yelled at me, and he offered to pay for my meal and my drink. So I would move away from the counter and go sit down and wait for my food. So he did. I let him pay for my food, and he brought it to my table, and I knew then that I made a really big mistake. You see, the man proceeded to tell me that he was my real father, and he had always wanted a hot daughter, and he'd been looking for me for years, and he's been waiting my whole life to find me in a Taco Bell so he could buy me a Baja Blast. And I don't know why when he handed me that drink, I'd never been so wet in my life. And so every time I try to be intimate with someone, that's where I go back to in my mind. And
these are the days of our lives, standing in line at a Taco
thank you
Bell.
for listening.
Forever sexually altered, we find ourselves on the way home. That our pussies are getting wet for new things. For new things. My pussy's changed, my pussy's changed, my pussy's changed, my pussy's changed. Oh,
That was
God
beautiful.
damn it, what I would do to see my old pussy again. I'm saying, God damn it, what I would do to be a child again, standing in line
At the Taco Bell.
at the Taco Bell, 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 at the Taco Bell. My pussy is forever changed.
That was something.
That was simply divine. That was lovely, and I loved every second of it. And I'm really glad we got to share that together, babe.
You turned my trauma into art. That was really beautiful.
Maybe that's my purpose. I've already given all I can give from myself. I've already perfectly recounted and transformed my life experience into art. Maybe I need to just start doing it for everybody else. I need to start telling other people's stories.
And make sure you document it or it doesn't count.
That's right. And it's all come full circle. Very nice, babe. Give me that hand. Give me a little rat paw. It was a fun episode. Me and my girlfriend. It was Melanie. Hey, everybody. Problematic Podcast, episode 5. That was a good one. That was fun. And she'll be my backup when it's going bad and I want to do one by myself and everything fails technically, like it probably will, and I can't take it and I know a guest cancels on me. Rat's gonna be in the wings waiting to save the boy, like always, like she always has and she always will.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
And maybe if I had only met you a little bit earlier, I wouldn't have got pushed over in that goddamn porta potty.
No, you probably still would.